Hello everybody and welcome to a video it's actually been working on a while on our back end, but it's finally being recorded today, and I thought last minute I'd ask Travis and Bryn to join me so they can you can feel what it's like for Travis to critique a card. But I also think what's nice about this is that...
What do you mean by that?
You make me cry after every recording day, so I feel like other people also deserve to feel this. But also, I think we'll be able to like talk about the card better than just me waxing poetic about it. So if you don't know, if you're not part of our Discord, I have there's a big custom card creation channel, and I thought it'd be fun to throw a design challenge to everyone in our Discord, and this is the fruits of the labor for that design here. And the first one for the first challenge was to design a card with both the Relic and the Trick traits, and that was all that they needed to know. So we have a bunch of cards here. We're going to talk about them. I have a crown that I gave out ahead of time, and then you guys also can give out a crown to your favorite designs of the group. So we're going to dive in, look at them one by one, and a huge thank you to all of our Discord members who did this. And if you want to join for future ones, you can find a link to our Discord in the video description. First one here by Aug is Tutu Pele's Tobacco Pipe. So this is a 3-cost, 3-experience asset, item, illicit, relic, and trick. It's exceptional, takes up the necklace slot. Forced. At the beginning of the investigation phase, test Brain 3 plus X, where X is the number of enemies in your location. If you fail, exhaust Tutu Pele's Tobacco Pipe. While it is ready, each non-elite enemy or location behaves as if it has aloof, and you may use your foot to investigate. I also included some stuff from Aug about like the flavor and lore and like real life explanation for the inspiration for the card. But what does this one vibe with you guys? Does it feel like, I guess the most important question for, does it feel like a relic, and also kind of like, does it feel like a trick as well? Because that's kind of like the biggest goal for this.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely a relic. It's like kind of a pipe that's been handed down over the years, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a trick, like the smoke's tricking them or something like that,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. This is, like, not a real person, though, who's smoking the pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Or like a ghost.
Fancy.
Yeah, there's actually, like, a big, lore, urban legend. It's a ghostly figure, which does also kind of fits with, like, the trick part of it as well, definitely.
I think the real trick here is that it's a green card that asks you to test Brain 3.
It is a pretty big trick. That was kind of like my thought too. I think like the idea of the card is neat, but it does feel like you're paying 6 experience for a card that's going to be exhausted more than it is ready, unless you're someone like Safina, right? Because then you could use it to, use your brain and then use your foot, and basically just use your 2 defensive stats for everything.
Yeah, this one's a tough one, I think, because it's, like, extremely good.
It's very good,
if you can pass the brain test consistently, right?
Yeah.
So, it might not be... It's probably, like, fine with the current card pool, but especially if... I mean, like, in a well-connected deck, it's probably just, like, trivial to pass the Brain 3 test most rounds.
You get +3 off of it.
Yeah, you just get to ignore the game.
Yeah.
It's probably, like, a little bit too good for that. And, like, also... It suffers from a little bit of a towing problem, I think, where, like, if they print a green character that happens to have high brain, it's
just like busted wide open.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The idea of it kind of is neat, though.
I love the flavor. I think the
flavor
is really nice. Yeah.
Plus, actually, it's really Brain 4 test at least.
Yeah.
It might be fair. Yeah.
I actually probably also should... I mean, I'm going to ask permission in the Discord if people are cool on this, but I think also it'd be fun to actually put these into a tabletop mod that you can then, like, bring into play, because I think that'd be fun as well. And I'm sure... I mean, maybe they want to do it for themselves. Maybe they're doing it in their own expansions. But I'll check with everyone and put them in. Maybe put in the video description after this goes up. All right, next one here. We got the Intricate Puzzle Box. This is designed by Beard, and this is a research card in the Seeker class. So 0-cost, unsolved Intricate Puzzle Box, item, relic, trick, takes up the necklace slot. As an action, name even or odd or symbol. Reveal 5 chaos tokens. If the majority of the real tokens are of the name type, place a resource on Intricate Puzzle Box. If there are 3 resources on the puzzle box, discard it and move up to 3 clues from among reveal locations to your location and record your campaign log that you have solved the puzzle box. We have three cost, 3 experience, upgraded versions. There is the Enigma configuration, which is Lightning Bolt. Exhaust it to move a clue from a revealed connecting location to your location. As a reaction, after a clue is moved to your location, draw a card. That seems pretty good. The Calamity configuration is, once again, move a clue from a revealed connecting location to your location. And after a clue is moved as a reaction, deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. And then we have the Pandemonium configuration, which also moves from a connecting location. After a clue is moved to your location, play an event.
You know, it wouldn't be a research yellow card without the Tesla's damage
Yeah,
option.
it does fit, doesn't
We got our
it?
card draw, we got our damage, and then we got another one too. Yeah.
I mean, I like the event
fun.
one as like an alternative to most other things, right? Because then it feels like there's a reason to upgrade it to it in like a Farsight deck, you know?
Yeah. I like the research cards a lot. I think they're really neat. I'm not sure how I feel about like the forced ability of moving clues to a location. That feels like it might break. This is up to 3.
Yeah, like you
So-
basically just like use it to like you crack it, and then your idea is that you move a bunch of victory clues to your location that you've just left
Probably
behind.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, I think like the upgrades are powerful. Like, it's like even just like the draw card version, just like move a clue, get the last victory clue off a location, or be like adjacent to it, and then just like draw some cards and just get victory without investigating.
Yeah.
But they are research. Like you need to put all the hoops in. So
On its own, I think it's neat. I would think I would like it a little bit more if it had like a certain number. If you use secrets for the upgrade versions, and then there were like it was part of a suite of cards that cared about moving clues as an archetype.
yeah, definitely.
Because it feels like the sort of thing like the card draw and the damage, especially that can be like if you have access to a lot of cards that they print later that can move clues, like just a sort of future proofing thing more, right? Like that could kind of get out of hand.
Yeah.
No, I think this feels like fine because this is would be like an abandoned archetype because there is like an event that does this.
Yeah. Also, like Janae does this as well. Yeah. It's just like
Yeah, and they're just like we decided not to print more cards that go with this.
This card's
So like
insane with Janae.
this one feels like
Yeah.
it could exist as a card.
Yeah, definitely.
You move to a location, it's got an enemy on it, and you kick
What's up,
one of your
buddy?
clues over with Janae and kick one of the clues with this, and just like do 2 damage to him for moving.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't have to exhaust to do the damage on it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ross, my little baby boy. Yeah. It's also definitely a thumbs up on the relic and trick side because it literally is a trick box that is a relic, so.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we got here is from Goku Killa 420. Forgery. This is a 1-cost asset. It's an item, relic, trick, illicit. Fast. Play only during your turn. When a different relic asset is discarded, discard forgery instead. For this discard, forgery copies all the text, traits, skill icons, class, resource cost, and the level of the original card. And as an action, you can discard forgery and choose a different relic asset in play or in your hand. Parlay, gain resources equal to the total of the chosen asset's cost and level. And notice if you look at the art, it says signed by Finn, and down in the artist thing, it's also Finn Edwards' version of the card, of the actual art.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They actually tracked down Finn Edwards.
Yeah, I got the actual version of it. I think the flavor is insane on this one, and I think the card is also like I think like it needs to be in like the right you need to like build around you need to be in, like
It's
a relic
basically
deck.
like a protection for your fancy relics, right?
Yeah.
From crypto. I think this is like kind of a neat way to do that for rogues.
Yeah, definitely. And then also like if you need a bunch of money, you also just like sell it, right? And I love the flavor of that you're selling it for like here's what the card actually is, like here's my big ass expensive relic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's it's very clever and very cool. And I think it's playable.
Text, trait, skill icons. Level of the original card.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than discarding your red clock.
Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that.
Because you basically just like definitely
Absolutely.
protect it. I love it in like, if like there's like
I play this card without the text box in my Dexter Drake
I was gonna say,
decks,
like,
'cause
yeah,
I play Switchblade Zero sometimes, and that card does actual nothing.
Yeah. And if you have like any sort
this
of
has
relics,
potential upside.
yeah, you can just play this in Dexter, no
Yeah.
problem. I think the card is really clever, and I think very interesting for a level 0 card too. Sweet. Next one we got is the Trickster's Mask. This is designed by Young Foon Legacy, a 1 cost, 2 experience asset. It's an item mask relic trick. Limit 1 mask per investigator, uses 2 offerings. Replenish one of these offerings after you gain 2 or more resources in a turn. As a lightning bolt, you can spend an offering to parlay. Test book 2. If you succeed, choose 1. Automatically evade an enemy at your location. Discover 1 clue at any enemy's location if its health is equal to or higher than its location shroud, or move to any revealed location. This is a reference to The Mask. You know, with like, based on the comic and Jim Carrey. I think it was a comic, right? I don't know either.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems neat. Yeah.
It's neat. I'm not sure totally. The trick feels a little bit less thematic than for the other options, other things we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think the trick comes in, like, not in the mechanical, but, like, the fact that it's, like, Loki's mask, because that's, like, what the flavor of the actual mask is, where the trick comes in, but... yeah, I do feel like it has... Like, I think, like, with the context of it being the mask
itself,
part,
like, isn't a trick, though. It's just, like, the mask exists. It's real.
That's fair, but it is, like, the trickster god's mask is where it's coming from, right? Okay. Like, that's, yeah.
Look to choose on your location. You gain 2 or more resources in a turn.
I mean, like, it is, like, just a free evade action at book 2, right? Twice for 1 resource. So I think the card is certainly good.
I think this card, I think the book test needs to be higher. Like we talked about with Fine Clothes and Parlay cards earlier today, being able to test book 0 and just automatically...
That's fine.
This is, like, basically a limitless Pen to the Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, because they moved to any revealed location.
Yeah, without the charges, though, having to jump through any hoops.
Probably do what, like...
I guess the hoop is you
like
have to have Fine Clothes and play,
but or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it does seem like a little strong for a level 2 card.
Yeah. Yeah, if the book was higher, or, like, it required you to gain 3 or more resources in a turn, right? So, like, it's like there's a bit more. Yeah. Just to replenish them. Yeah.
Maybe that's the trick.
Maybe that's the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trick is just the card. it's just
broken.
I'm just really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably test it too, or like something like pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's just like it becomes free with fine clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of it being 2, because then like not just rogues can play it, but because then that goes like with the idea of book. But then I think the number on the book test probably needs to be higher because of that.
Yeah, I think like all you need to do to make it fair is like probably make it yellow and make it a level 1 card.
Yeah. I mean, or even just like remove the move to any revealed location and just like leave the other 2.
Yeah, or if the move becomes like switch locations with the chosen enemy.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
I guess it has to be at your location, but like, you know.
Yeah, but just like something like that.
Shuffle one away or whatever. Like, yeah.
I could like switch the places of 2 enemies or something like that. That might be neat. Move an enemy to any revealed location, a non-elite enemy to any revealed location.
Yeah. All right, we got the MacGuffin's Puffin. This is by Atomic Z. 3 cost, 2 experience. Takes up the hand slot. It's an item relic trick. This card, this one I really dig. So while MacGuffin's Puffin is in your play area, enemies gain prey controller of MacGuffin's Puffin, replacing other prey effects. When you're attacked by a non-elite enemy, attach MacGuffin's Puffin to the attacking enemy. Cancel the attack and disengage from the attacking enemy. An enemy attached to MacGuffin's Puffin gains aloof. I think that's supposed to be vice versa. Enemies, attached with MacGuffin's Puffin gain aloof. And then as a reaction, when you defeat attached enemy, gain control of MacGuffin's Puffin. Any investigator of this location may use this ability. So the idea is that they want the MacGuffin, and when they get it, they're happy with the MacGuffin. I think it's fun and clever.
It is fun and clever. This is another one that I feel like probably breaks some scenarios.
Yeah.
Especially for just like a level 2 card.
Dude, I love it. Just
it probably doesn't though, because it's not elite, right?
Just the broody Yogg Sothoth. Just be like, see you later, boys. Just like get one to like just ignore and just be like, see ya, go away.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with things being not right in that scenario.
Oh no, that
scenario.
I mean, in all fairness, that's like, I'm glad they're non elite because it allows you to game it, right, and like find ways to follow
like
it.
the one with The Scarlet Key's one where they have to chase down. They're like chasing you. East Temple, is that?
Yeah, but then you trick them into thinking that what you wanted from them was this puffin, and they're like, "I got it."
Yeah, they gain aloof. Oh. No, it certainly could be.
They show back up, and they're like, "I got it, boss." And the Red Glove Man's like, "I'll fucking kill you."
You know, feels like it could be like exceptional or like level 3 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it is unique.
Yeah.
It's not so much the effect that I have an issue with; it's like the effect at level 2. I think. Just think of a hand slot too, though.
Yeah, it does.
So.
Yeah.
Because you got to carry it
until someone grabs it from you, and then you're just like,
yeah, and then you just let them go.
You shoot them, then you drop your gun and grab it again.
Yeah. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I mean, I also like the idea that if you kill the enemy and get it back, you're like, they got you, and you're like, ah, shit, it's the same stupid MacGuffin's puffin. What the hell?
I do really like this as a relic kind of trick, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, next one we got the Book of Twisted Calculation by Tasty Toast. This is a 3-cost, 4 experience, exceptional item relic tome trick, takes up the hand slot. Forced, when you would add one skill value to another during a skill test, if the Book of Twisted Calculations is ready, your skill value is equal to the higher of the 2 stats instead. If you succeed by the value of the other stat, you may exhaust the Book of Twisted Calculation and choose one. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, move up to 2 locations away, discover 1 clue from any location. So if I'm reading this right, you're using your lockpicks, you get just the higher value twice, and you have to succeed by the lower value.
I think it's not the higher one. I don't think it's the higher one. That's why it's a Book of Twisted Calculations, Travis. It's not the higher one twice.
It's the trick is math. I have to play with it.
It just says your skill value is equal to the higher of the 2 stats. So whichever one is better. So like if you've got 5 foot and like 3 book, you investigate with 5 instead of 8. But if you succeed by 3, do one of these.
Oh, okay. So then it seems a lot worse.
No, I mean, this card's nuts and Preston.
Yo, yeah, it's nuts.
Where you're like, oh no, it's 1.
Just succeed by 1.
Yeah, this is like a neat card.
Yeah, I think it's a cool option. You have to be able to reliably add one skill to another, and I mean, like lockpicks will do that, but if you're not succeeding by at least 1 every time you lockpicks, it's not going to do it for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this should like not be a tome though. It's not really a rogue thing. They don't do the esoteric tomes.
Yeah, that's why it's not an esoteric tome. It's not a real book. It's just got like squiggly lines and shit on the inside.
It says tome though.
Yeah, but that's just so you can find it. Play it in Daisy.
Sure, you can't.
Yeah, you probably can.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know. I think it's a cool design.
Oh no, I think the design's really cool. I'm just trying to think of like how do you
design's neat. It makes my
do it.
Yeah, like it's a little bit painful to play with. I feel like.
Like I feel like this card negates
a lot of mental load.
But like I feel like it also negates some of the reason you're like playing those cards for the most part.
Yeah, it wants you to play them, but like then it rewards you for investing into a single stat.
Okay, maybe that's the trick.
Yes, like this is like really good. For example, if just
I mean, I agree, Preston. It's easy. Like if you can get there, like you just play with like.
Yeah, or if you're like Tony, you show up and cheap shot someone. You're testing your 5 fist for whatever instead of 7, and then if you succeed by at least 2, you get to do one of the things.
Yeah, it takes one of your hand slots though. And what are you gonna do? Not have 2 guns?
Yeah, no, he's just the first one I thought of that was solid. Then, but I would like to see this as like not a tome, as something else. But
no, it's a book.
Like I can see it's a book print, yes. I'm just saying, I think it would make more sense, like lore flavor wise, as something different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this one's cool.
I think it's very neat. No one can know because I threw away the piece of paper, but this one received a high rating in my ratings. I dug the card, even though I was reading it wrong. And now I'm like, I think the card's cool. I just don't think that it's worth 8 experience with how.
Yeah, but that's how Rogue.
It is true. That is true. Yeah, that is true.
They cost like more experience than they probably
we
should.
Yeah.
No, you know who's really good in Trish. Because you get to play research librarian and you just have it.
You just have it.
That's why it's exceptional. It's a downside.
That's what Brent said. Yeah, that's what Brent said.
Yeah.
So you can find it in the Trish.
Hey, you're cool, Gary. You're playing Secret. You have to be able to do Tesla's damage.
You have to.
Yeah.
So it's like it's part of your role.
Downside is that if you lockpicks, you're like 4 and you got to succeed by 4. So. Like, geez, that's tough.
Oh no, if only how I get lots of book is a character could play yellow cards.
Yeah, if only. It's too bad that they don't get to do that.
Yeah. All right, next one we got here is The Joke in the Box by Astute Dunsparce. So everyone get ready. This one's Astute Dunsparce always. It's
There's too many traits.
It's a 3-cost, 1 experience.
It's too many traits,
Item,
man.
relic, ritual, illicit, spirit, trick, treat, and trap event. Put Joke in the box in your play in your threat area. Limit 1 per investigator as a reaction. When a non-elite enemy enters your threat area, discard Joke in the box and shuffle that enemy into its respective deck. If that enemy has at least 2 or more keywords, defeat it instead.
Yeah, not a shot at Astute Dunsparce, but every time it's a custom card that I see that you've designed, there's always going to be more words on it than I think there need to be. That being said, this is like kind of neat.
It is neat, but why is it an event? It's very clearly an asset. It's a thing. It's an item.
No, the event,
no item.
the thing that is here is not the box or whatever that this is inside. It's like the act of you putting the thing inside it.
Then why is it an item?
It is an item event.
Yeah.
I was gonna be. Is hidden pocket
That's
an
not
item?
right.
What's hidden pocket?
Yeah, it's gotta be, probably.
No, it's probably a trick. It's probably a trick.
And a spirit.
And a spirit.
And a ritual. And illicit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
illegal
it's
to have.
there's like a lot of investigators that like this isn't a tactic. Why isn't it a tactic?
Or an insight?
It'd have to be level 0 though for Mark to be able to play it.
Why isn't it practice, man? Like, why?
Because it's not a skill.
Oh, that's
It's not
okay.
a skill. Yeah, you can't.
It's an item
You
event.
can't be
Why
practiced.
can't it be a practiced event?
I'm pretty sure there are.
Practice event makes more
events.
sense.
I don't know. It's cool.
I think like the card text, like going past all of the flavor and the traits, I like the idea of it. I do wish while reading the whole card that it was if that enemy has 3 or more traits, defeat it instead of keywords.
That would
just
be funnier with the way the card is.
Yeah, it's just absolutely just bamboozles you at the end. That would make me laugh. But I like the idea of like a Jack in the Box like scaring an enemy away. Like that's a fun time. But yeah. Sweet. All right. Do we have more? We do. I think this is our last one. So this is the Genie Lamp designed by Okrai. So this is a 3-cost, 3 experience.
The other one has a reasonable number of words.
Exceptional. Takes up 1 hand slot.
Cards.
So, Lightning Bolt, search your bonded cards for 2 different Genie Wish cards. Resolve the Jinx effect on one. You must be able to resolve it completely, then resolve the Boon effect of the other, then remove those cards from the game. So, here, let me move these.
Thanks.
So, Wealth, the Boon is investigate your location, gain 9 resources distributed as you wish. The Jinx is lose 3 resources. Well-being is heal 3 damage or horror from amongst cards you control and other investigators at your location control. The Jinx is take a direct horror or damage. Luck, Boon, the next time we reveal a Chaos token, you choose which Chaos token to reveal. The Jinx is during your next skill token, reveal 3 Chaos tokens, resolve the token with the worst modifier. Symbol of tie. Freedom, you gotta wish for the Genie's freedom. That's a rule. The Boon is gain 3 action. If it isn't your turn currently, gain these actions during your next turn. Jinx is lose 1 action. Knowledge is search your deck or discard a powerful card and add to your hand. The Jinx is discard a card from your hand or play area. And then we have Power. Place 3 uses of any kind across assets you control. And Jinx, remove 1 use of any kind from a card you control.
This is too many cards, man.
It's like a lot going on here.
I can see myself sitting down and playing this, and then sitting down with people to play with this, and whoever has it spends like 3 or 4 minutes agonizing every turn over whether they want to use. Like, it's a lightning bolt, man. You can use it during anyone's tests. Like, the sheer amount of options and decision paralysis this will cause is insane.
Yeah, I think this should be like you choose one to resolve like the top effect of, and then you go a random one and you do the other part.
Oh yeah, so you
Because like why would the Genie be like, so what kind of shitty thing do you want? Sausages for fingers or
like have a deck
lose all
of
your
them
money
and like
or something?
you like flip the top one, you get the Jinx effect, and then you have to search the deck for a boon to do, and then shuffle it after.
Yeah,
so
I
you
think,
get like
I think that
one random negative, and then you get a boon of your choice.
Actually, I think this one would do quite well as a customizable one as well. Maybe where it has like 3 wishes it comes into play with, and then you can upgrade it to add boons, and each boon comes with a Jinx or whatever.
I mean, for me, like I think I agree. I think for like a new player, this card would be very overwhelming. For me, I think like I would just like always take the well-being Jinx, right? And then I would grab whichever one I wanted, like gain 3 actions. And then like the remove a use, spend an ammo, and then like the reveal additional token. Then I would just take like 9 resources. I think that's for me, I just see like which path I would take like most often. So it kind of just becomes
3
like
actions, like it's pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, and like search your deck for a card is also
9
pretty tough
resources
to
is also like a lot.
beat. Yeah. So like, I do think that making it a bit random, like you might get like the one that's bad for your Jinx, and then you get a like.
Yeah. Even for an experienced player, Justin, this is like absurdly different. You don't have to exhaust it. You can just power out 3 in one.
Oh
turn.
yeah, probably. I thought it exhausted.
So every lightning bolt window, you're like,
yeah.
how many of these do I want to do? Do I want to do any of them? Which combination do I want to do?
The only part I don't really understand about this is when does that horrible little monkey come and steal it, and I can't win the game until I go kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a different card game?
It's a different card game.
Oh shit! Sorry, my bad.
It's a neat concept, but it's like is a little bit much. There's a lot going on, man. So it feels like it should be an accessory, not a hand slot.
No, you gotta hold it.
Well,
Yeah.
just no.
Well, you actually have to rub the lamp.
Yeah,
like,
so
so I think
it
hand
should
slot
actually
actually
take
works
2.
really well because you have to rub the lamp.
Should
Why
take
doesn't
2
it
hand
should take an
slots.
action to use it?
I mean, I think yeah, like it should probably
Like action and exhaust. And then,
yeah, because the effects are really powerful.
Yeah.
And like the downside is just like take a direct horror damage and gain 3 actions. Who wouldn't take that deal? I mean, yeah, you remove them from the game, so you only get to you only get 3 wishes, but
How
still.
many times in a scenario do you need to play Ace in the Hole though?
Like 7.
Like 1, probably.
Yeah, probably.
No, I got stuff to do, Travis. I gotta like remove counters from this council's coffer. I got things that need doing.
God, I can take so many basic resource actions. Man.
All right, I have my crown, but do you guys want to see my crown? Do you guys want to give your own, or do you want to say your crowns
Can
before?
we do like a quick tour back through them?
Sure, of
as a
course we
reminder?
can.
And
Of
then
course we can. Yeah, I think you can press spacebar. All right, so we had the tobacco pipe.
Okay.
We had the puzzle box. We had the forgery. We had the trickster's mask. We had the MacGuffin's puffin. We had the book of twisted calculation. We had the joke in the box. And we had the genie lamp.
Okay, I know which one mine is.
I like the book.
Yeah, the book of twist. So that gets Bryn's crown.
It's cool.
My pick is for actually forgery. Nice. The puzzle box was a close second for me though. I think that's a neat archetype. But this one is like, it's just, I think it's really elegant in its design. The flavor of being a relic and a trick is really nice. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, that's kind of like what got me. My top 3, I think, were... Okay, I don't remember. I know my number 2, I think, was the Book of Twisted Calculations. Albeit I was reading it wrong, but I still think the design on that one is really sweet. I mean, I like the design as a whole across the board. Apart from, like... I agree with our general kind of... Like, we're not here to evaluate and criticize, but we're also here to kind of evaluate and criticize, right? Like, that's kind of like why we're also doing this challenge.
I mean, yeah,
if
if we're picking the ones that we like the most, then like how they fit into the game is part of that.
Yeah, exactly. But this was my number 1 just for very similar reasons. I just think that the design is quite clever and elegant, and I could see this existing, and it had a joke that really made me laugh. Because when I saw Finn, I was like, I wonder what the hell's that about? Then I saw the Finn entrance at the bottom. That wasn't my deciding factor, but it certainly helped me just realize how like the design was just like great from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Goku Killer.
Is that it? Yeah, thank you everyone who joined. And if you want to join, we currently actually have one that's live right now. You can join our Discord. The challenge is a card that takes up 2 arcane slots. And the other one is a dilemma that's not in the survivor class. That's what we currently have going on right now. And we actually have one more as well that's going to be coming out in the near future. We'll have another video coming out in the near future. And if you want to see Travis and Bryn in it, I'll gladly bring them on. But it was to design a card with the bold and faded keyword, the traits. So... There were some cool designs with that one. I'm excited for you all to see them, and also, you know, just like look at what my design that I had when I did it and be like, so like my design in this Trickster Relic one was just a card that basically made a hunter enemy walk the other direction. It was like Loki's staff. So instead of walking towards you, they walk away from you.
I wouldn't have voted for that. I'm not gonna
I wouldn't have voted for it either, but...
Yeah, that would have been really funny. We get to the end and you're just like, it's mine!
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Well, no, actually, I went even further. So my intention was there was an enemy walks away, but I was like cheeky. I was like, I'm so 100% confident I know what the elusive keyword is. I said they lose hunter and gave elusive, and then the actual keyword came out. I was like, fuck! It's not right at all. So, you know, you guys, the designs are much better than anything I can come up with. But thanks for doing them, and thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!